Well, very good morning to all students. So, as we have completed in the previous class about the cell cycle and cell division, so next we'll start the main concept of the biology, that is plant physiology. Okay, students, please concentrate what I am telling now. Plant physiology, it is of total 31 hours topic. Total it is of 31 hours topic. Because of the COVID, the topics has been deleted. Okay. So for example, total 5 chapters were there. In the 5 chapters, we are going to see only the presence of 2 chapters. Okay, that is photosynthesis in higher plants and respiration in higher plants. Rest all the topics like transporting plants, mineral nutrition, plant growth and development. Those topics has been deleted from your syllabus, but since it is there for the need, we'll cover those topics after covering the theory topics. Okay, so please don't get panic and don't get irritated. Just we'll start which is important for the theory first, because the theory exams are going to conduct for you people. So because of that reason, we are going to conduct the theory chapters first. Then I'll record the deleted portion, that is transporting plants, mineral nutrition and the plant growth and the development. Okay. Well students, before going to the photosynthesis in higher plants topic, I wanted to say something about the plant physiology. So already in the biology topics, you people have seen the morphology. Okay, first of all, if we start from the botany, basic botany, we have started the biological classification for you people. There you have studied the basic things like 5 kingdom classification was there, kingdom Monera, Protista, Mygota, then Plantae and the Animalia. Okay, and later if you see, we have studied the plant kingdom and its characteristic features, like for example there bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms we have studied. Then coming next topic, morphology of flowering plants, that is how the plant bodies are going to be just they are going to appear, how they are looking and all you have seen. Then afterwards you have seen the anatomy, that is internal morphological characters. That means how the water conduction occurs, how the food conduction occurs, how the process of conversion of the small plant to large tree, that is going to occur. All these things you have seen the anatomy, that is internal morphological characters you have seen. And coming to the cell biology, cell structure and function you have seen. In that you people have seen cell organelles like nucleus, mitochondria, chloroplast and all. And next is cell cycle and cell division. Also you have seen the biomolecules like carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids and all. Next is we have seen the cell cycle and cell division, like how the mitosis and meiosis is going to occur. All those things we have seen. Okay. Now we will see that how the plant bodies are going to carry on the metabolic process. Like we will see that plants are the source for the food material. Okay, then how that food material is synthesized, how the carbohydrates is synthesized, then what is the mechanism involved in the synthesis of the carbohydrates, which scientists have proved is the synthesis of the carbohydrates, what is the equation of the photosynthesis or the synthesis of the carbohydrate, what is photosynthesis, all those things. To know all those things, we are going to read about the plant physiology. So plant physiology is the branch of botany which deals with the study of the metabolic activity of the plant body. Okay, what is plant physiology here? It is the branch of botany. It is the branch of botany which deals with the study of, okay, what is that? Which deals with the study of, which deals with the study of, which deals with the study of metabolic activity, which deals with the study of metabolic activity. Okay, that is called as what? Plant physiology. Understood? So it is very important to know the meaning of the plant physiology. What is plant physiology? A branch of botany which deals with the study of the metabolic activity of the plant body. That is called as what? Plant physiology. Now we will start. I have told you that totally there are 5 chapters: transporting plants, mineral nutrition, then photosynthesis in higher plants, then respiration in higher plants, then we are going for the plant growth and development. But since I have already told you that because of the COVID batch, the portion has been deleted, and main important thing we have to concentrate on the photosynthesis and the respiration first, then I will concentrate on the deleted portion, students. Okay. Now, so we will start photosynthesis in higher plants. So, photosynthesis in higher plants. What is the meaning of this chapter? Photo means what? Light. What is the meaning of photo here? Light. Synthesis means what? Preparation. Okay. Now, what is prepared in the presence of light? That is the question. Photo means light. Synthesis means preparation. Now, the question arises in your brain that what is prepared in the presence of light? That is the food material. Okay. That is the food material called as glucose. Okay. That is the food material called as glucose. In the presence of sunlight, the glucose is synthesized by the plant bodies. Okay. In the presence of sunlight, the glucose is synthesized by the plant bodies. That is called as what? Photosynthesis. Okay. So, photo means light, synthesis means preparation. In the presence of sunlight, the food is synthesized or glucose is synthesized. That is called as what? Photosynthesis. Particularly in higher plants they have shown. Not only in the higher plant, students, in all the organisms. Okay, in all the organisms, right from the algal organisms to the angiosperms, we are going to see that there is a synthesis of the food or the glucose. But here particularly they have mentioned the higher plants. Why? Because in the higher plants the metabolic activity is complex. Complex metabolic activity we are going to see in the higher plants. That is why they have mentioned here the higher plants. Okay. So for example, algae, if you take algae, since they are having the chlorophyll pigments, they can prepare their own food material according to their size and shape. Bryophytes are also having the chlorophyll pigments, they can prepare their own food material according to their size and shape. Okay, pteridophytes also, similarly gymnosperms and the angiosperms. But in case of angiosperms and the gymnosperms, we are going to see that the complex metabolic activity of the food synthesis is there. Okay. ಜಿಮ್ನೋಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಅನಾವೃತ ಸಸ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಆವೃತ ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಾಗ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣಾ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ. ಫಾರ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ, ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣಾ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ, ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಂದ ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಆಗೋ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ನಾವು ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣಾ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಕಿರಣಗಳಿರಲ್ಲ, ಪತ್ರಹರಿತ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀರು ಬೇಕು, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಕಚ್ಚಾ ಪದಾರ್ಥಗಳಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ಏನೇನು ಓದ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಈ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣಾ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಪಾಠದೊಳಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮತ್ತು ಅದರದ್ದು ಅರ್ಥನ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ನ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದ early experiments. Then we are going to see location of the photosynthesis. Location of the photosynthesis means what? That is the where exactly the photosynthesis occurs. ಗಿಡದೊಳಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣಾ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ದ್ರವಗಳು, ಆಹಾರ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣಾ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ದ್ರವಗಳು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೋಟೋ photosynthesis that we are going to see, that is pigments involved in the photosynthesis. Then we are going to see the light reaction and the dark reaction. Okay, chloroplast is the site of the photosynthesis. Chloroplast cell organelle, it is the site of photosynthesis. So we have to see the light reaction and the dark reaction, and also we have to see the C4 pathway. C4 pathway we have to see, then photorespiration we have to see, factors affecting the rate of photosynthesis we have to see. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಏನೇನು ಬರ್ಕೋತೀರಿ? ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, early experiments ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ, location of the photosynthesis, right, pigments involved in the photosynthesis, light reaction and the dark reaction, C4 pathway, photorespiration and factors affecting the rate of photosynthesis. All these are the contents what we are reading in the photosynthesis. Okay, now we have to understand the meaning of the photosynthesis. I have told you, in the presence preparation of the food material, preparation of food material in the presence of sunlight. Preparation of food material in the presence of sunlight. Okay, preparation of the food material in the presence of the sunlight. ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಗಿಡಗಳು ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, so that is a definition generally. So the reaction is like this: 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of the light and chlorophyll. Okay, C6H12O6 plus 6O2, glucose ಮತ್ತೆ oxygen. Okay, glucose ಮತ್ತೆ oxygen. ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದು ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಏನು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡು ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್. ಗ್ಲುಕೋಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಗ್ಲುಕೋಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್. Carbohydrate is synthesized by the CO2, oxygen is released by the water. The scientist who has assumed before giving this equation, but it is imbalance. It is not like that. Okay, that was not like that. Usually ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದ್ರ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಗ್ಲುಕೋಸ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಂದ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ರಾಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ರಾಂಗ್ assumption. Assumption was totally wrong. But who has proved it correct? ಯಾರು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? Okay, so scientist called as Van Niel. The scientist called as Van Niel has proved that it is not that carbohydrate or glucose is synthesized by the carbon dioxide, but it is the water molecule, light and the chlorophyll pigments which is helping for the synthesis of the carbohydrate. Light, chlorophyll pigment and the water molecules are responsible for the synthesis of the carbohydrate. Okay, but that's why he has changed the equation na change ಮಾಡಿ 6CO2 plus 12H2O in the presence of the light and the chlorophyll pigment. C6H12O6 glucose, C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. This is the correct equation. Okay, once again I will repeat. Before, the scientist was also assuming that the glucose is synthesized by the carbon dioxide and oxygen is released by the water molecule. But it was totally wrong assumption. It has been proved by the scientist called as Van Niel that not carbohydrate is synthesized by the carbon dioxide, but it is the water which is oxidizing into carbon dioxide. Water, light and the chlorophyll pigment which is oxidizing into carbohydrate, and there is a release of the water molecule and the oxygen is released there. Okay, so ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, during the photosynthesis the plants are releasing the oxygen, they are taking the carbon dioxide. During photosynthesis the plants are releasing the oxygen and they are taking the carbon dioxide. Okay, so that is why usually they used to say during the night we should not sit below the tree, because by inhaling the carbon dioxide the breathing problem may occur. That's why during the night only they absorb the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. ರಾತ್ರಿ ವೇಳೆನೆ CO2 ನ ಎಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾವೆ. ಗಿಡಗಳು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಎಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ದಿನ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ನ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡೇ ಟೈಮ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. Understood? So this equation, okay, what do we call for this equation? This equation is called as Neal's equation. This equation is called as Neal's equation or modern day equation. Neal's equation or modern day equation or present day equation. Neal's equation or modern day equation or present day equation. Understood? So all these names are given to the equation, that is 6CO2 plus 12H2O in the presence of light and the chlorophyll pigment C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. And this photosynthesis is a oxidation reduction process. Okay, oxidation reduction process we will call. Now oxidation reduction process means what? Oxidation means the water is oxidized into oxygen. Sorry, carbon dioxide is oxidized into oxygen. Water is reduced to glucose, carbohydrates. CO2 is oxidized to oxygen. Water is reduced to carbohydrates. That is why we will say it as a oxidation reduction process. And also the photosynthesis is also called as carbon fixation process, carbon fixation process or carbon assimilation process. Photosynthesis ಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಸಿಮಿಲೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಸಿಮಿಲೇಷನ್. Okay, so this is the introduction and definition of the photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? It is nothing but in the presence of light in the chlorophyll pigment, the glucose is synthesized or the food is synthesized, and here we are going to see that the carbon dioxide is oxidized to oxygen, water is reduced to glucose. To change that equation, Van Neal has given one more new equation, that is 6CO2 plus 12H2O in the presence of light and chlorophyll pigment C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. So this is the Neal's equation or modern day equation or the present day equation, which is called as what? Oxidation reduction process. Now we will see the, actually we have to see the early experiments, but photosynthesis ella agtadu nodkobeku first. Okay, so write the heading as location of the photosynthesis. Okay, write the heading location of the photosynthesis. Location of the photosynthesis. Location of photosynthesis. So here the chloroplast is considered as the location of the structure. Chloroplast is considered as the location of the photosynthesis. Okay, so just we'll draw the diagram of the chloroplast. Yes, students, we'll start this diagram of the chloroplast. Chloroplast is a double membrane structure which is having two main parts. So this is the grana, So here we can give the connection between the grana, and this is called as stroma. So this is the structure of the chloroplast. So if we label, it is a double membrane structure. Chloroplast is a double membrane structure. That is the first point what we have to remember. Chloroplast is a double membrane structure which is having two membranes, that is outer membrane and the inner membrane. Both the membranes are smooth here. Okay, both the membranes are smooth, and the space between the two membranes is called as periplastidial space. ಎರಡು ಪೊರೆಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪೆರಿಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಡಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹೊರಗಿನ ಲೇಯರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಔಟರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಒಳಗಿನ ಲೇಯರ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಮೆಂಬ್ರೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎರಡು ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪೆರಿಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಡಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, and here we are going to see that two main parts are going to be present in the chloroplast. Cytoplasm is called as stroma, okay, and it is called as grana. ಒಂದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ಅದಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾನಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, and also this is consisting of the ribosomes. Chloroplasts are made up of ribosomes, and also there is a presence of the plastidial DNA or chloroplast DNA we will say, and whatever this small spherical shaped structure ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಇವಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಾಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. What do we call for this? It is called as what? Quantasomes. Okay, so chloroplast is a double membrane structure where it is consisting of outer layer called as outer membrane, inner layer called as inner membrane, and the space present between the outer membrane and the inner membrane is called as what? Periplastidial space, and the cytoplasm of the chloroplast is called as stroma. Inside the stroma, like one above the other, like stacks of a coin is arranged, that is called as grana, and also there is a presence of ribosomes, and also there is a presence of chloroplast DNA, and then the quantasomes are present. Quantasomes are the small spherical shaped structure which is present inside the grana. Okay, quantasomes are the small spherical shaped structure which is present inside the grana, and if we take this, okay, so these granas are interconnected by the part called as Fred lamellae. Grana are interconnected by the part called as Fred lamellae or channel we will say. Okay, Fred lamellae or channel. Okay, now if we take this one grana separately, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು grana separate ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ structure ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Structure of the grana, structure of grana. Okay, so here you can see it is consisting of the tubular shaped structure called as thylakoids. Grana ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಇರ್ತಾವ? Thylakoids ಇರ್ತಾವ. It is consisting of what? Tubular shaped structure called as thylakoids. One grana is made up of tubular shaped structure called as thylakoids, and there is a presence of 7 to 8 thylakoids in one grana. Okay, in one grana there is a presence of 7 to 8 thylakoids. 8 thylakoids irtava. So these are called as what? Thylakoids. Okay, these are called as what? Thylakoids. So one grana, okay, one grana, I am talking about grana students. I have completed the chloroplast structure. See, once again I will repeat. Outer layer is called as outer membrane, inner layer is called as inner membrane. The space present between the two layers are called as periplastidial space. Cytoplasm is called as stroma. Stroma, cytoplasm ಗೆ ನಾವು ದ್ರವಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ದ್ರವದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಗ್ರಾನಾ ಅದಾವ. ಗ್ರಾನಾ and ribosomes are there. Quantasomes ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಾನಾ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಂಧ್ರಗಳಿಗೆ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಾಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅವು ಗ್ರಾನಾಗಳು ಯಾವ ತರ ಇಂಟರ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿವ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರೆಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಮೆಲ್ಲೆಯಿಂದ ಇಂಟರ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದಾವ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ರೆಡ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾನ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ 7 to 8 thylakoids. Thylakoids andre tubular shaped structure. What are thylakoids here? Thylakoids means what? Tubular shaped structure. The tubular shaped structure is called as what? Thylakoids. Tubular shaped structure is called as what? Thylakoid. Okay. And these thylakoids are arranged one above the other like the stacks of a coin. ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಒಂದು ಬಂದು ಎರಡರ ಬಂದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಆ ಥೈಲಾಕೋಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ what is the speciality of these thylakoids? These thylakoids are consisting of a small spherical shaped structure called as quantasomes. Quantasomes are the small spherical shaped structure. ಏನು quantasomes ಅಂದ್ರೆ? Quantasomes means what? They are the small quantasomes means what? They are the small spherical shaped structure. Quantasomes are the small spherical shaped structure. Quantasomes are the small spherical shaped structure. Function of quantasome is absorbing the light. Quantasome ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತವ? Light absorb ಮಾಡ್ತವ. Okay, function of quantasome is absorbing the light. Light ನ absorb ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಕೆಲಸ quantasome ಮಾಡ್ತವ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಸೋಮ್ಗಳು ಗ್ರಾನ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಗ್ರಾನ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾನಾಗ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಗ್ರಾನ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ನಾಗ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾವ? ಲೀಫ್ನಾಗ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಲೊಕೇಟೆಡ್? ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ the chloroplasts are located. That is why leaves are called as kitchen of the plant body. That is why the leaves are called as what? Kitchen of the plant body. ಯಾಕೆ leaves ನ kitchen of the plant body ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರ? Because chloroplast ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದಾನೇ ಎಲೆಗಳು ಆಹಾರ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವೆ. So that is why the leaf is called as what? Kitchen of the plant body. Because of the presence of the chloroplast, the leaves are going to synthesize the food material or the glucose material. That is why we will call the leaves as the kitchen of the plant body. Understood? So here the quantasomes are absorbing the light, okay, and the grana, since the quantasomes are absorbing the light, the grana is called as site of light reaction. ಕ್ವಾಂಟಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರಾನ ಒಳಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಗ್ರಾನಾನ ಸೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ quantasomes are only present inside the grana. Please concentrate on my words. Okay, quantasomes are present only inside the grana. That is why the granas are called as what? Site of light reaction. Whereas absence of quantasomes we are seeing in the stroma. That is why it is called as what? Site of dark reaction. Stroma na navenanta kariತೀವಿ? Site of dark reaction anta kariತೀವಿ. Okay, so this is about the structure of the chloroplast. This is about what? The structure of the chloroplast. Once again I will repeat, please concentrate. Chloroplast is a site of photosynthesis. Where the chloroplast is present? Inside the leaves. So that is why leaf is called as what? Kitchen of the plant body. What are the parts of the chloroplast now? It is a double membrane structure. Okay, it is a double membrane structure consisting of two layers. That is, outer layer is called as outer membrane, inner layer is called as inner membrane. Okay, and the chloroplast is consisting of two main parts, that is the stroma and the grana. Okay, the space present between the outer membrane and inner membrane is called as periplastidial space. Okay, and next is we are going to see that inside the cytoplasm of the chloroplast is called as stroma, which is called as what? Site of dark reaction. ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಮಾನ ನಾವು ಸೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆಬ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಾಸೋಮ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ರೈಬೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಕ್ವಾಂಟಾಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ, ರೈಬೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ. ರೈಬೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ quantasomes absorbs the light which is helpful for the food synthesis. Concentrate on my words. Okay, so quantasomes are not present inside the stroma. That is why the stroma is called as site of dark reaction. And these quantasomes are present inside the grana. That is why they are called as what? Site of light reaction. Now, how many granas are there? Granagal bhal irtava. Okay, so these granas are consisting One granule we take from outside, from the side chloroplast. Then these granules are consisting of 7 to 8 thylakoids. Thylakoids are the tubular shaped structure. What are thylakoids? Tubular shaped structure, where it is consisting of the quantasomes. Okay. Now what are quantasomes? These are the small spherical shaped structure which absorbs the light. What are quantasomes? These are the small spherical shaped structure which absorbs the light. Okay. So that is why, because of the absorption of the light by the quantasome light absorb ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ light process ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಗ್ರಾನನ? Site of light reaction ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. What do we call for the grana? It is the site of light reaction. Okay. Hope so you have understood all these points. Okay. Draw the diagram, practice the diagram, then we'll continue this class. Practice the diagram, draw the diagram, and chloroplast is discovered by the scientist called as A.F.W. Skimfer. A.F.W. Skimfer and the scientist A.F.W. Skimfer is the scientist who has discovered the chloroplast. Okay, just you draw the diagram. Diagram is very important for 5 marks. Okay, so we'll continue the classroom. So carry on the diagram.